Hello everyone, this is James. I'm the owner of Red Eye Race Cars. This is kind of our new launch of our YouTube channel. This is something that we've been meaning to do, and finally we're here. And the point of that is to bring everybody closer to what we do here at Red Eye Race Cars. And also it's going to bring you into another world of Red Eye racing. When we get out on the track, when the car's done, we're going to have a little bit of both and show you what happens when we build a car and then what happens when we get it on the track and what the processes are from there. It's a very involved system. People kind of think it's easy. It's not. There's a lot of moving parts, so this is something that we would like to really go over. If you guys enjoy this, please like and subscribe to my videos. We will hopefully try to bring you as much content as we possibly can. So please, let's go inside and let's show you what we do.
Man, you got a lot of cars in here.
We have a lot, guys. Welcome to Red Eye Race Cars. This is what it is. We have a 10,000 square foot facility here in Vero Beach. And today we're really going to show you what we have going on, and what we kind of do here. As you guys see, I'm sure you guys are pretty familiar with this car. It's been off the road for 2 years. We've been building it. It's a very long process. But you know, my car is not only the most important car, my customers' cars are important as well. So, you know, we'll be doing a whole segment on this car, where it is, when we're gonna get it on the track. I know a lot of people have questions about it, why it takes so long, and we will certainly go over that. But let's just go through all the cars that we have here. And, you know, as we do some episodes, we will, you know, give attention to detail to every car that we have out here. So this is a 90s style Mustang that we have. This is going to be more of a drag car that he also wants to drive on the street. This car has the cage already put in it. We have a whole bunch of other things that we need to do to this car. So in the future, we'll go over this car as well. But this is going to be a pretty cool build because he's going to drive it on the street, so it's going to be pretty fast, and I believe it's going to be, he wants to do twin turbos.
Oh, Cuda.
Yes, so we don't just do challenges here. I want everybody to know we build anything. It doesn't matter what it is. Right here, this is a 68 Cuda. This is my buddy's Ken's car. Came in, we want to do a full build. We bought this as right here, local in Florida. I actually picked it up from a guy as a shell, and we are now making this into a drag and drive car. He wants to do a whole bunch of things with it, wants to do another twin turbo build. We like doing turbos. We think turbos are the best. We're not really into blower kind of things, but we'll do anything, but turbos is really our wheelhouse. This is going to be a really interesting build when it's done. As you see, we have most of the cage done. The next part is going to be the funny cage part, and if you see certain things in here that you don't see in other places, we do a couple of things a little bit differently.
Yeah, I was about to say, I see the way you did your 4-link.
Yes, the 4-link and the wishbone, everybody usually puts the wishbone on the bottom. We actually put it on the top here for several reasons, and we'll go over all those reasons as we explain this build fully. But this is going to be another badass car. You know, we do all this stuff in-house. We do all our rear ends. We weld everything here, and it's all custom.
Man, I can't wait to talk about this one in the series once we start talking about some of these cars.
Yes, yeah. I mean, listen, the beauty of this is once we see the cars moving, that's really what you see the magic. If you want to come back here and you see, you know, Marc's welding, it's just, you know, unbelievable. I mean, everything is, I mean, absolutely perfect.
We got to introduce everybody to Marc.
Yes, we definitely have to get Marc in this.
It's a bunch of parts. Now, these parts are for this build?
Yes.
Okay.
So we'll go over the parts here.
Oh, nice turbos.
Yes, those are my old 76.
Off your car?
Yes, these are my 76 millimeter turbos, the Garretts. He's putting this on his car. These are my old Mentor shocks, which are unbelievable. This is going to be another twin turbo build. This car is going to be another full weight twin turbo Challenger that I guarantee is going to be much faster than my 790s that I did. He's got, this is the brand new LTE intake that he has on there, but he has a whole brand new motor that he has ready to put in this thing. It is the best of everything. And then what we needed to do is really need to update his chassis. So the problem that he had with this car is he put the drag pack rear end in the back of this car, and those things are absolutely horrible. You know, this car with the training wheels on, the only thing it did was ride the bumper, very inefficient. So what we decided to do is something a little bit different than A 4-link, in order to do a 4-link, we would have had to rip out the whole floor of the car, but a ladder bar allows us to keep the floor of the car and still give us the same kind of performance that he's looking for. You know, we believe that this car will be a low 7-second car when it's done, and you know, a mile per hour, probably can get close to 200 miles an hour in the quarter mile. But as you see, this is full interior, power windows, still has the rug in it, has the cage, the funny car part. He actually had somebody else do this cage out in the, he's from Utah. He had somebody do it out in the West Coast, and we're just, you know, making it a little bit better. So as we see in the back, this is a ladder bar. So the ladder bars you'll see are much longer. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna build our own shock towers in here. And then once the shock towers are in, we're gonna cut this all out, and then we'll sheet metal the whole thing, and that will be done as far as this part is. And then we'll get working with the twin turbo fab part.
Oh, wow.
So this is a new Mustang.
Floor is completely gone in this one.
Oh yeah, this car is a brand new car. We cut this thing up in a million pieces, kind of like my car. I suggest people buy cars from junkyards and, you know, don't cost yourself so much money cutting up a brand new car. But my buddy here decided he was going to cut up his brand new car. So this is going to be a Renegade car, and then it's probably going to go down to X275. So his son Logan, who works for us, he's going to be driving this car. Logan is actually right now, he's out racing this week with his 850 Mustang, and this is where we are with this car. Pretty much the funny car cage is done. As you notice, we don't have a 4-link in this car because, as per the rules, you have to follow, you know, where the stock placement is for Renegade. So we've modified it so that it still has all the traction it's going to need, but you know, maybe down the road when we put a lot more power in it, maybe we might change the rear end setting to a 4-link, but for Renegade, this is going to be absolutely perfect. So this car is looking pretty good.
Now in the future, do you think he may change this over to a 4-link setup?
Yeah, I think maybe when he goes to X275, he wants to go faster than that. He will certainly do that, but he doesn't have to. I mean, this is going to be unbelievable. But that will be up for them to decide, and if that is, it would be a weight saving thing, because then we can cut the rest of the car out and do that. So we'll see how the progression goes, but at least for next year, it's going to stay like this to go into Renegade. So it's going to be a really cool build. Logan's a great kid. He started working with us a couple of months ago. His dad, Terry, this is his car, but I think he's going to give it to his son, and Terry's going to build another car for himself. Okay. So this is going to be a really cool build. These Coyote engines are unbelievable. Like I said, we do everything in here. This motor is, I think everybody that watches Snot Rocket has proven that this Coyote motor is something to be reckoned with. You know, that guy ran like 620s at almost 200 miles an hour with a pretty much, not bare bone, but you know, not a crazy expensive motor. I mean, these things are pretty indestructible. So there's a lot of things you can do to this. You know, you make a blow motor, but he's going to go turbo as well. I think we're going to do, I think, an 88 millimeter single turbo in this one.
Oh man, what about this one?
All right, so hey, this is a Charger here that we're going to do here. We've already done, you know, the cage. I don't know exactly how much further we're going to go with this car because it's still a full car. Still has a VIN number. It's still street legal. Not sure what they really want to do with it, so we're kind of just waiting on the customer to tell us what they want to do to finish it. But as you can see, the cage, it's got a modified, you know, X bars in it.
Oh, this is a full body car.
Full body car, full weight, full body. So I don't even know what engine combination they're going to be putting in this thing yet, and you know, we're still waiting to hear from the customer. But this is another one of the cars that we have, and then. Like I said, we kind of do everything. This is a cool car right here, this Challenger behind you. This is going to be a road race car.
So like full on Sebring.
Sebring, Watkins Glen, you name it. This is going to be a car for that. So, you know, Like I said, we pretty much do everything here. So this is going to be a road race car. This is what I'm from. I'm from road racing, drag racing. I've gotten in a couple of years ago, but I've been doing road racing for over 20 years. This is my wheelhouse. So this project I'm really excited about. This is an old Challenger that we're converting. It's going to be a twin turbo build, you know, completely different, big tires, big brakes, you know, independent suspension. This is going to be a lot of fun, and this is one of the cars that the customer's going to let me drive. So ooh. I am looking forward to driving this one. So
when was the last time you did circuit racing?
It's been a while since I did circuit racing. So, you know, kind of like drag racing, if you guys don't know, I just went to Frank Hawley drag racing school just to kind of remember how to drag race again, because I haven't done it in 2 years. So I just did it just to have some fun and to make sure I still didn't forget how to do it. But, you know, this, I've been doing it for so long. This is just riding a bike and getting used to a different car. That's all this really is. But this is going to be a really, really cool build.
I'm interested to see this one get closer to completion.
Yes.
What about this one right here? This one looks like a mixture of a lot of things going on.
Yes.
I saw the actual doors themselves look a bit different.
Yeah, so if you guys recognize this, the Dukes of Hazzard car. So a lot of you guys see out there the conversions that they have where they take the old body and they put it on a new Challenger. Well, we're actually going to do that different, because if you actually look at the cars, this car is really much longer than a Challenger. So it doesn't really look right. They have to cut the panels and stuff to make it fit. Well, he wants to do the opposite. He wants to take a Challenger and put it into this car. So I think he has aspirations of drag racing it, street racing it. I think he wants to maybe bring it to SEMA or something. So this is going to be a really cool build. He has, I'll show you the donor car over there that he dropped off, and basically we have to take everything from that and put it into here, which is in itself a lot of work because dimensionally it's all different. I mean, this rear end is made for, you know, the modern Challenger. Well, we have to retrofit this to put this in this car. So this is going to be a lot of work. It's going to be a fun project. We're really looking forward to it, and you know, we love these old cars, and I don't know what color he's going to paint it or anything like that, but it's going to be a cool one when it's done. It's going to be a cool car, and he's going to use it, which I love. You know, driving this on the street, that's going to be fun. Drag racing it, that's going to be fun, and it's going to be a show car. It's great. And these are the tires that we're looking to start with, and.
So when you say show car, do you mean like, you know, regular show events, or are we talking like high-end SEMA?
Well, I mean, I think he wants to bring it to SEMA because I don't think anybody's did it the opposite way. Everybody's done it, you know, where they've taken this car and thrown it on that shell, but now we're doing it the opposite. So that's what makes it really unique, and it's going to look proportionately right. And I just don't think the guys that do the yellow conversion, it looks right. It's a much shorter car, so dimensionally, it's going to look even better. And it's going to have all the creature comforts of a modern car, which, you know, which we want. I mean, I wouldn't really want to drive a 1969, you know, Charger or Challenger with the old stuff in it. That's just not me.
Well, this one looks pretty bare.
Yeah, well, hey, listen, this is an '08 drag pack that I bought as a shell. So if anybody's interested in building a Challenger, not that many people are out there wanting to build Challengers because I know they're much heavier than everything else. This car is available. It's a complete shell. We can make it into anything you want. LDR, X275, any kind of racing you want to do, we can actually build this car. It's here, it's available. I don't know how many body in whites that Dodge actually ended up selling, but this one I got my hands for. I got it in Canada. I got it for a great price. So if you're interested, call me up and we'll see if we can put something together.
I know this Suburban isn't here for no reason.
Well, yeah, so this customer right here wants to put a twin turbo in this Suburban. Hey, whatever you want, we'll do anything. So this is going to be a complete sleeper. Nobody's going to know what it's going to have. It's going to have well over 1,000 horsepower, and it's going to be driving on the street. So this is going to be really fun. If you guys pull up to this one, don't think it's just going to be a normal Suburban. It might look like a grocery getter, but it's going to be a very, very fast grocery getter. This is our donor Hellcat.
Now this is the This is the donor car for the build for SEMA.
That's right. So
Okay.
this is the donor car. So I'll show you the motor, everything. I mean, we have obviously everything all packed in here, all his parts. I'll show you the motor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we have to make this fit in that, which this car is much narrower. It's going to be a lot easier than doing it the opposite way.
Stay tuned, right?
Stay tuned on this one. This is going to be a fun build. And then the last thing we got that we do here, well, many of you guys might know, is we also make parts. So I'm going to show you our water jet machine. We just actually redid the website where we're going to highlight what the water jet is. This is the water jet department. You know, we can cut any kind of metal up to a foot thick. We can cut countertops. I mean, there's really nothing that we can't cut. It cuts up to a foot thick of anything. And the reason why we use a water jet is we do a lot of welding. So if you have a laser machine, you can't weld it. It changes the property of the metal. So water jet is used for the aerospace industry, drag racing, and allows us to make any kind of shape, parts, anything that you can imagine. Dustin is in control of the water jet over there. Dustin does all the drawings and 3D drawings. And soon we're going to be adding our own CNC machine in here. We're going to get a 5-axis, and we're going to start with that so we can make some more complex parts, because this is basically 2D. So we can make anything on 2-dimensional surfaces. We want to get into 3D, 5-axis, where we can make more complex parts. This will be something that we also will go over more. We'll actually do a whole section on what we can actually do here. If you guys go to our website, you can see the wings and things that we make on there. It's all made right here.
Titanium hangers.
Titanium.
Exhaust hangers. Keep everything light. So it comes out of titanium. It doesn't distort the metal like a laser would. The laser might warp it or distort it with the heat. And this way everything stays cool. You get exactly what you want.
It works. I feel like once you get that 5-axis though, it's gonna open up a whole different spectrum of parts that you're gonna be able to create.
Yeah, that's why we brought Dustin on. I mean, you know, myself and Rachel were the ones that are originally operating this machine. We're really novice when it comes to that. We had to kind of learn how to use it. And we did learn how to use it, but the art in all of this is the drawing. I mean, that's really the art, and Dustin has all that experience. That's why we brought him in, because he can take ideas and make it into real things. So like we'll tell him, hey, I need you to make this. And he goes, he does all his things and takes dimensions, and before you know it, he's got a 3D part. He has it up there, he cuts it, and it's a lot faster than, you know, when me and Rachel were doing it. So, you know, we're trying to get a lot of outside customers as well to do that, to use this service that we have. And so far it's going great. But the CNC machine that we're gonna get is gonna be the deal changer for us.
Don't look at me, Rachel.
This is my partner, Mark. He does all the fabrication. He's got over 30 years experience. He loves the camera, so he's gonna talk a lot. Perfect.
If you know, you know.
Okay, we're gonna meet his wife, Rachel. Come on, Rach. Oh, this is Rachel. This is Mark's wife.
Hi.
They've been together 27 years, I think. 28 years, and she's been fabricating with him since the dawn of time. So she does most of all our carbon work. She does, you know, all the, what else would you say? The, I don't know why I'm losing it. The tin work, she does all, let's start that over. Tin
No,
work.
it's perfect. It
Okay.
looks like she also holds everything together.
Yes.
She's been here riding the entire time. Now, is this the list of stuff
Yes.
that has to be done
Yes.
on each
Yes.
vehicle?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So you are basically in control of making sure that everything progresses properly with each build.
We are, and then we're just trying to keep a system so everybody's car gets worked on. We know what needs to be done and what order we're going to do it in.
You need her.
Yes, we definitely need her, and then we try to do it weekly, so we put things up that we want to get done, you know, every week, and then if we don't get it done, those are the first things that we do for the following week. Organization is everything. That's why I have Rachel, because I am definitely not organized. You can ask my wife, I'm terrible at it. Rachel's the best. But Rachel does everything. So Rachel did the water jet with me. I mean, she wears every hat in this place. We also have Logan, who he's out racing right now. He's in Norwalk. So if you watch NMCA, or is it
NMRA.
NMRA, which is the Mustang event, he's out in Norwalk racing. So he'll be back next week. And, you know, when we do another video, you get to meet him. So we kind of have like a family atmosphere here.
Absolutely.
All right? I mean, that's what we try to do.
Yep.
That's what we try to do. And everybody has experience except for really me. I'm the one that's all new at all of this fabrication stuff. I'm the one trying to learn the most.
We learn every day.
That's right. We learn every day.
Do.
All right. You want to say hi, Dustin, and introduce yourself?
Hi, Dustin.
This is Dustin. Dustin does all the programming. He's going to be doing all the water jet stuff, the CNC stuff. We also now just created a new website for the water jet, all by its lonesome, with a different phone number and everything to kind of keep things separate. And Dustin's in charge of the entire operation over there.
Oh, make it happen. I like making cool stuff. You know, I've been doing this for 30 years, really. Started when I was 16, doing my own car, and just it's passion.
Now, do you have any race cars yourself?
No, not anymore.
Oh, but you did.
Yeah.
Okay, what was the last race car you owned?
69 Camaro.
Okay, what did it do?
Yeah, it was a 383 stroker, so it wasn't anything like James's here, but it was fun.
Yeah, but he also does he does interiors too. I mean, this guy does everything. He's got a sewing machine over there. I mean, he does everything I've ever seen in a car. I mean,
we just like to make it happen. I like making cool stuff. You know?
This is Marc Jr. Wanted you to meet Marc. Marc was just in orientation for welding school. So why don't you just introduce yourself, tell us about welding school, and how long you've been working with your dad.
Hi, my name is Marc. There's really not that much to say. I'm currently trying to enroll in Indian River State College for welding and fabrication classes. And I've been working alongside my dad since I learned how to walk.
It's a long time.
Yeah, I've been following him around everywhere since he had a shop down in Long Island, when he was in New Jersey working from home. When we moved to the mountains, I followed him every step of the way, learning little tips and tricks from him. He is my mentor, and I hopefully can get up to his level someday.
Oh, he's doing unbelievable, I'll tell you. So he's just going to have a diploma, but he pretty much can do it. He can pretty much do it all. He's just going to have the diploma to prove it.
Now, what's going on with this?
Well, this is an import pro mod. This was originally a Vanishing Point race car. I think it was built like well over 10 years ago. It's going to be a twin turbo car, and Vinny 10 Racing is the one who owns this car, and we are just basically updating this car to make it legal. The rules are much different than what they were back then, and so we're just making sure that everything is up to spec. So twin turbo kit in here. He's got a new motor that he wants to put in here. He runs a Liberty 5-speed, which is a really cool transmission. And basically we're going to just cut everything out and redo it and make it legal, because it has to be recertified in order to be out there on the racetrack. Gigantic slicks. You know, this car will be a sub 6-second car.
Oh, wow.
I'm sure you'll see this thing in import versus domestic or something. Definitely. Massapequa with Nissan, I guess that's up in Long Island. So this is going to be a really, really cool build. I'll show you, you know, what the interior looks like. But we pretty much have to rebuild the whole thing. But we are going to keep the Liberty 5-speed in there, and just we're going to redo everything, update it. Marc's going to do some of his tricks and get this thing. It's going to be rewired to new computer system. So from top to bottom, this thing will be changed, and she's going to be really badass when she's done. And actually, right there, that's the Vanishing Point race cars. So it is, you know, thing is light, and it's going to be badass when it's done. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed yourself. That's all we have for this episode. It gives you a broad idea of what we do here, what projects we're working on. If you guys would like to see anything in particular that you didn't see, please leave it in the comments. We certainly will answer you, and we'll try to get it in the next video. And always, please like and subscribe. That helps us make some more videos. You can find our merchandise and everything online if you want some hats or t-shirts. And from all of us, we'd just like to say thank you very much for taking the time out and to spending some time with us here at Red Eye Race Cars.